Good evening. My name is Dalia. I'm your chef this evening on Beatz and Eatz. Alongside with me, I have
Drummer Scooly, your producer for this evening.
We got something really special for you guys today. We're making another vegan vibe. We're gonna do a plant-based Big Mac burger with oven-baked fries on a homemade bun. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started right away. So I'm gonna start with my fries. They've been soaking in cold water all day. I hand cut them. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain them and get them in the oven. And then we're gonna get going on our vegan burgers.
While she's doing that, I'm about to find me a melody to cook up.
So Scooly, how long have you been making Beatz?
Man, since like 2006. Been a long time.
Wow, so how old were you?
Oh, that's not a question you're supposed to ask. No, I'm just playing. I'm 36.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying you were 16 when you started.
Oh, when I started? No,
yeah.
I was like, I was in my 20s. Like, I always kind of messed around with it, but like really got serious and started like really trying to do something with it. Probably like early 20s, I think. Can't really remember.
Okay. What's one of your favorite records that you worked on?
My favorite?
Or top 3?
Can't really say I got a favorite. I guess the process, the one I had the best process with, we went out to Santa Barbara and worked with Katy Perry. I got a record called Tsunami on Katy Perry's album. And just the whole experience through that was just kind of dope. Like, we were really hands-on with that. That was probably like the only one I was really like seriously hands-on to have like my input on what she was doing in the studio and stuff, so.
Wow. I'm definitely a Katy Perry fan. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making sure that these French fries are all the way dry. You want to make sure that there's no water. So I actually put them in a strainer and now I'm drying them with paper towels. So the longer you soak them in cold water, the crispier they get. I got my oven preheating on 400. So this is the baking sheet I'm using for right now. And then I'm gonna use a flat one in just a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the first batch started. So I'm gonna add any oil that you like. I'm gonna use avocado today. You just wanna do 1 tablespoon. And then you can season it with your favorite seasonings. I'm just gonna do something very simple today, just salt and pepper. Because I already have a lot of flavors going on with everything else I'm making.
So Spitty Will says you're making an impossible burger. Is that what that is?
Yes. But I think mine tastes better because I can season it with what I want.
Never had one, so this is gonna be an experience for me.
Nice. I think you're gonna really like it. Especially with the special sauce that I have on it, which is basically a copycat of the mac sauce. So we're just gonna do salt and pepper. And this is about a half a tablespoon or a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. And this is a spoon that had butter. I'm just gonna use the same spoon and just mix my French fries just like that. And I did cut these myself. So when you cut potatoes, you cut the ends off and then you cut it right down the middle. And then once you have 2 halves, you slice down the sides. And then once you have those pieces, you cut down the middle again for how thick you want them. And that is good enough. And I'm gonna stick these in the oven. So the oven's at 400. So I've also been baking our buns this whole time. So these buns are ready to go. I'm gonna set my timer. Turned out so good.
Rosy cheeks, I appreciate that. Set my beat going hard, appreciate that.
So I'm gonna use the baking sheets that I baked my buns on to cook the rest of the potatoes. Just gonna give them a nice clean. Trying to get all the water out of these potatoes before I put the oil on them.
So is this like a fairly quick meal to prepare?
It's not quick, but it's not that difficult either. Because I would say making the vegan burger is pretty simple, but the hand-cut fries definitely take time, and the buns definitely take time.
Is this like a favorite to make, or do you have a favorite quick meal to make?
This is definitely new for me. I just started tapping into plant-based meat people were asking for us to make different recipes and stuff, so I thought I would give it a shot, and I actually kind of like it. As a ground beef option, it's definitely a nice option.
That's what I normally make my burgers with, ground beef, so we're
Yeah.
gonna see. We're gonna do the comparison today.
Yes. They taste very similar in my opinion. Done getting all the water out of these fries.
Red Drum Beats, appreciate it.
Do the same thing to these. We're gonna add avocado oil, salt, and pepper. But this time I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons since I have double the amount. Just give it a light mix. Oops. I'm gonna use 2 different pans just to give them more space. So baking fries is definitely a new thing for me, guys. Normally, I have fries that are from takeout or from McDonald's or something, because I do like them deep fried. And just keep them separated. I'm gonna use my hand to get the rest of these. You're gonna give them 20 minutes on each side. So what kind of toppings do you like on your burger?
Jalapenos is a must. I like pepper jack cheese. I like, mustard, mayonnaise, onions, lettuce, tomatoes.
Okay. So the sauce that I made, which is the mac sauce, it has it has ketchup, mustard, mayo, it has everything in it. So I think that's how they came up with it. They just combined everything. It's so good. It has pickles or relish in it, and then it has onions, white onions, chopped up finely in there. So we're gonna put both of these in here. Oops. There we go. Okay. Let's get started on these plant-based burgers. So we're gonna go ahead and season this with 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, Tony's, salt, and pepper. That's all you need on this. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. In the meanwhile, we're gonna put our pans right here so they can be nice and hot. And I'm using butter. You can use grapeseed oil, vegetable oil, whatever you'd like to do this. I'm using butter to give it more flavor. So again, I'm doing a tablespoon or a teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, pepper, Tony's, and salt. And I am doing a double batch, so if you're making this for like 1 or 2 people or 4, you probably only need to use half a tablespoon. Uh-oh. I have to just do this like this. What I notice about the plant-based meat, it's really flavorful. You don't have to do too much to it. And I'm gonna add a little extra paprika, because I like paprika a lot. And Tony's.
Lofo asks, is it lab grown? I might be late on what she was talking about because I was locked
What's
into
that?
the beats. But Lofo, on the questions they asked, is it lab grown? Maybe
I'm
too
not
far
sure.
back.
No, I'm not an expert on anything plant-based. I'm really doing this more so for you guys and for people that are here with us that don't eat meat. But I definitely eat meat. I'm new to this. I'm just trying something new, so we'll see how it goes. But I know that I really like lamb, and I don't think I'll ever stop eating lamb, so I don't think I'm ever gonna be vegan, but I don't mind this at all. I'm not mad at this at all. I've been making all the recipes that I normally would make with beef with the plant-based so far, and it's a lot better, in my opinion. So I'm gonna just use my hands at this point so I can make sure that this is mixed real good. And then we're gonna start forming our patties, and then we're gonna go ahead and start cooking them. So I'm gonna just form a few before I start throwing them in. We're gonna give this a really good mix. tried grilling the vegan meat though, or the plant-based meat. I'm curious to know what happens to the texture of it. So do you do any cooking?
A little bit. I can survive, I can say.
What's your go-to meal when you're in the studio?
In the studio? If I'm in the studio, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go ahead and do that Uber Eats. But if I was like at home and I wanted to make something real quick, probably be like a pasta or something, or like a burger.
Okay. Good choices.
Huh?
I said good choices. If you can make pasta, I feel like you're good.
Nah, I'm basic with it. It ain't that hard.
Yeah.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Now, do you make it from scratch or do you use like the jar?
No, I make it from scratch.
Okay. You gotta have some skill to do that, so. I'm sure you have some recipes that you can share with us. I think this is mixed pretty good now. What's your favorite food?
I'm a seafood person. I love seafood.
Which seafood do you like the most?
Salmon, shrimp, crawfish, crab legs, lobster, you name it. Calamari.
Yeah, I'm definitely a seafood fan as well. I love lobster.
Yeah, lobster's a bomb. Lobster mac and cheese, that's another thing. I love that.
Yeah, that's definitely good. So now I'm starting to form these burgers. So you're gonna make a ball first. Nice tight ball. And then you're gonna push down. And so another thing is, you see the size of our buns, so you wanna make sure that you're making them the same size as your buns that you're using. Because you don't wanna have like a really big patty or something crazy like that. And you can keep them thin. I think people like them thinner versus thicker, because you're not gonna get that same bite as if you were biting a big juicy burger. It's just not the same. So I think this is a decent size. And we're gonna check on our fries in just a second here. And these burgers are getting topped just like how a Big Mac gets topped. So we're gonna do the special sauce, we're gonna do the shredded lettuce, we're gonna do cheese, pickles, and onions. And that's it. That's good right there. Ready, topping everything so that these burgers are served fresh and hot. And using is, it's called Incognito, and it kind of looks like ground beef. It comes in like the same container as like a ground beef would. And I think I like this because I've tried other different kinds of vegan options or plant-based meats, and this one definitely is my favorite so far. I don't like the ones that are already formed into patties. I'm not really a fan of those. I feel like they have their own flavor versus this one, you can season it however you want. And that's why I say that I like when I make it at home myself versus going to go get one somewhere else, because they just don't season it the same way. So this is definitely more convenient than going somewhere to get it. You want to make sure you're getting nice tight balls because that's what's going to hold that burger together. So if you're getting patties that are not sticking together for whatever reason that may be, because I know sometimes these plant-based meats don't stick. You can use the panko breadcrumbs, you can use an egg, you can use mayo, you can use so many different things. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it this way because I don't need to add any breadcrumbs or anything. It's going just fine for me. And I think that's because I'm not adding like any minced garlic or anything like that. I'm just using dry seasonings. Now when you go ahead and add, like, say for instance, chili paste or like minced garlic, then that's when your texture is gonna change. And I think I'm always using minced garlic, and I'm definitely always using the hot chili paste because I like that a lot. I usually put at least 1 tablespoon in anything I make. But today I'm going to go ahead and take it really easy for you guys. And one thing I noticed is, like, if it does start to break apart, you can kind of like smooth your fingers on it and it just sticks right back together. So you don't have to worry about having trouble with a plant-based burger because it's just fine. And these ones that I made right here, I think they might be a little bit bigger than my buns, so just watch the sizes when you're making them. And these French fries look like they're definitely ready to be flipped. So before I start frying these burgers, I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. And they only take 20 minutes on each side, so it's not that much time. I want to know, what kind of fries do you guys like? Do you like air fried? Do you like fried or baked? Now let's not all say fried at once, because I'm sure that's everyone's favorite. But hopefully we can change some minds today with these baked fries. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip them with the spatula. So the baking pan that you use is really critical because depending on what kind you use, it's either gonna stick or it's just not gonna cook them properly. So just make sure you're using like a non-stick baking sheet. Like these guys right here, they are cooking perfectly. But the ones that I put in the glass are not doing the same thing. And these did get put in a little bit after, so they are a little bit behind. So I'm gonna put these guys back in and then put the other one in the front this time. but about 20 more minutes and we should be good. I'm not gonna flip them. I'm just gonna let them cook for as long as they need to cook. I'm gonna set a 20-minute timer and we're gonna go ahead and cook these burgers. They cook pretty fast, so just be ready. I already have all my toppings cut and ready to go. So all that needs to happen is they get served. I'm gonna first start with this one. I actually need to make some more before I can use this one. Take about 6 minutes on each side. It's not that much time for these. So let's let the oil get way hotter than that. Okay, now we're ready. I'm just making some room here to fit all of these. And I use butter again, like I said. You can use grapeseed oil, whatever you need or whatever you like. I would say putting 6 at a time may be a little too much, guys, so just don't overdo it. I'm gonna start cutting these buns in half. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and we're gonna get some of these burgers topped. Onions, lettuce, pickles, and our special sauce. I set about 6 minutes on each side. I need to make a couple more while we're doing that. And then we're gonna cut our bread open. So next time I'm definitely not gonna put that many at once, just to give them more room. Cutting right down in the middle and leaving 2 even buns. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna top this burger. So we're halfway through cooking these, so I'm flipping each one. If you want to cover them, you can, but it's not necessary. I'm gonna do a few more. And I'm just cutting right down the side here. And of course I'm using a bread knife. If you use any other type of knife, your bread is gonna crumble. After making these buns, I don't think I could ever buy store-bought buns again. Okay. Okay, so step 1 is sauce. I'm gonna give myself some more space here. And you don't want to put too much on here. So just like 1 tablespoon on each side. This sauce is super flavorful, so you don't want to overpower your bun. And you just spread the sauce like that on each side. And then we're gonna do lettuce on each side. Shredded lettuce. Not really a fan of lettuce, but for today it will do. I'm definitely like a spinach type of person. So these are probably done now. So just check each side. Make sure everything cooked evenly. Pickles is next, and then patty right on there. So I'm gonna let the patty chill for a second right here. And Scooly, you're gonna be the first contestant since it's your first time.
What did you say?
I said you're gonna be the first contestant since you haven't had a plant-based burger before.
Okay, bet.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the rest of these. And you don't want to do too much sauce, like I said. Just a good tablespoon is all you need. And this is definitely like a mayo-based sauce. So you want to let people know in case they have like a mayo allergy or something. But and then lettuce, pickle, and onion. Don't want to overdo any of the toppings because the sauce has all of these toppings minced in there. So check on my fries one more time. Say about 10 more minutes and they should be good. All right, here we go.
Appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
Does it taste like a regular burger?
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Yep.
How's the bun?
Toasty, but I like it. Hey, this is fire.
Whoever wants to try that, come on up. We're gonna make the rest of these and then we'll check on our fries and make more patties. Does it need more sauce or anything, or?
That's good to me.
Okay. I want to show you guys what this burger looks like. I don't know if you guys can see this. There we go. Finished product. We need some more tasters over here. They're still in the oven, almost done. Okay. I think the best thing I did to these fries was soak them in cold water all day. That definitely made them really crispy. So we might have to just turn the heat up on these. So I don't recommend using a glass pan. Is everyone waiting for fries, or y'all just not messing with the plant-based? You want the whole thing? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just leave these till these fries are done. Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna just go ahead and make a couple more then while we do this. Make about 10 more. I'm gonna get a couple more going here. can go thinner if you want with these, or thicker. You can go thinner or thicker. I'm kind of making these ones a little bit thick, but maybe the next one I'm definitely gonna go thinner. Making this look easy, y'all, because it's really not that hard. I'll do a few more after this, and I'm going to check on these fries again. My last one. If at any point you guys want me to go back to making just regular stuff, regular food items, let me know. This has definitely been a challenge for me, but I don't mind doing it for y'all. But I'm just saying, if anybody has any requests on anything that they want me to make, please let me know. By the way, shout out to everyone in the chat. I can't see what y'all are talking about right now, but I see y'all having some conversations about seafood and something about make seafood.
Somebody's requesting a seafood boil.
A seafood boil? Oh no, now.
We should do that.
I don't know about that one. That's something you gotta go to like Juicy Crab or something for.
For real.
Now y'all asking for too much for that one. I'm more into making like specific dishes like gumbo, shrimp scampi or jambalaya or something like that. But the boil, that's just...
That's too much. Sausage, shrimp,
yeah,
corn, all that.
We're gonna need to do that on a Sunday or something. I don't know if I can fit that in.
What if you do decide to change your mind? I'm here for that.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't know if I can fit that in.
I'm waiting for it to open back up. My fault.
some of the chat? Do you want to read some of it? Because I can't see it.
Oh, Scooly, so I gotta drop my IG. It's man, it's crazy. It's EARDRUMA_SCOOLY. Your drummer Scooly. What else we got? Console Kings wants you to talk about yourself. What do you want to know? He got to ask a real question, right?
You got to ask questions.
That's a big topic. When did you start to enjoy cooking?
Mike. There you go. I would say probably, it's kind of a ironic story actually, so I don't know if I want to get personal right now, but it wasn't really my first, my go-to, but it's like, I didn't choose cooking chose me. Like, I don't know how else to put that in any other way, because really, I feel like it's just something that was passed down to me from my culture, from my family, so by default, I cook. But that's about it. Like, I enjoy it. I do, but I like to be challenged. Like, I like to make different recipes and things like that.
Oh, they trying to go in on it. They say get personal, Ma.
We're not getting personal, okay? First of all. Yep.
Console Kings had asked, how did you get on this stream? So who's your connects? How you get up in here?
Who? They're asking me that question?
Yeah, that's the console stream asking me.
True. It's actually, the real story is this. So I end up coming here to do a commercial, and I met Mike, and we were actually joking because the lady that booked me, she was like, see, Mike, I found you someone that can cook, because I told her, because they just placed me right here for the commercial. So I end up being in the kitchen. I was like, yeah, I actually know how to cook or whatever. So they asked me, can you like make a flame or some crazy thing like that? So I started Googling how to make a flame, and I really thought I was gonna sit here and make a flame that day, but I didn't. I just fried an egg, and then long story short, a few days later, Mike called me and was like, actually that day, he was like, would you wanna cook? And I was like, nah, I don't wanna cook as a job. Like, I don't cook as a job, and he's like, well, it'd be on a show. And then I was like, okay, now we're talking. You said a show. So then I started, he hit me up, and then I just showed up, and here I am today. True story. It's, I guess, luck.
Fun
Right
fact,
place,
I was
right
here
time.
for that commercial. I was sitting right here.
You were there?
Yeah,
I don't even remember seeing you that day. It was so many people here that day. Yeah, I was here like. So that was a blessing. I really enjoy cooking on here, like on this channel. I enjoy cooking live. I like the Beatz and Eatz. I think that's really fun. It's a great idea to combine music and food always.
They going in on
So I guess all I gotta say is anybody who's like just questioning doing something, like, because that day I remember I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to go. It was a rainy day that day, remember? It was raining. It was like, I actually thought that she said bring swimwear, but she actually said bring sweatwear, right? She had gave us like 4 different things. I come in here with all this swimwear and I'm like looking goofy. She's like, no, I said sweatwear. I was like, oh wow.
Damn.
So that's how I ended up getting the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah, it was somebody for each department. That's dope.
Yeah.
But that's normally how stuff happens, man. You just gotta go out there and do something.
You said what?
I said that's normally how stuff happens. You gotta go out there and just do it.
Yes, especially in Atlanta. I mean, you don't know who's who out here. It's like everybody's doing something. And if you're not, you better figure something out.
Facts.
But by default, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a background in media. I've worked at KMOJ Radio, which is the black station in Minneapolis. I was the senior producer there.
Okay, dope.
For a few years. I also was the event coordinator and administrative assistant at the black newspaper in Minnesota as well. So I've done my share of business, entrepreneurship, all of that, but in media. So I think it's not by coincidence that
you end up here.
I'm doing this right now.
How long have you been in Atlanta?
I've been here about going on 3 years. I'll make 3 years in January. But I came to visit originally, so I ended up staying and from Atlanta.
No, I'm originally from California, but I've been out here for like forever. I went to high school out here and everything, so.
Okay. What part of Cali?
LA and Sacramento.
Okay. I love LA.
Yeah, LA's a vibe. It's getting pretty crazy now, though.
You said what?
I said LA's a vibe. It's getting pretty crazy now, though, with all this COVID
Yeah.
stuff.
There's a show called Woke on Hulu, and it's like it's about San Francisco, and it's like they're talking about a lot of homeless issues and stuff like that, because I guess there's a lot of homelessness out there.
Okay, so I gotta go to these questions again. They asking about me now. So producer said, why am I here? I'm here because I'm an eardrum producer. I came up with Mike Will and we make bangers together, and it's a group of us and we deep, and yeah, today's my day. What's my story on the beats? It's a long story. I started making beats in like 06, like I was telling her. And, oh man, like I said, it's a long story. I have to go into like so much detail to like talk about that.
They're asking all the right questions.
Yeah, but pretty much, man, I started doing this, like I met Mike, and that's what really got me like deep into making beats and like really working and trying to like get to where we are today, so. That's the story in a nutshell. I think you already answered that question. We asked, what's in that patty?
What's in the patty?
Didn't we answer that a long time ago,
It's
right?
just the plant-based patty that we got from the store, and we just seasoned it. It's like nothing special on there, just salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, Tony's. You know, my usual. I'm pretty consistent with the seasonings. Like, I don't switch it up. Like, I always have the same signature on everything. Like, I always have garlic, but today I didn't use garlic in this. I didn't use any fresh garlic, but I always use garlic. I always use onions, and I always use peppers. But since I've been cooking for y'all, actually, I haven't done any of that, because I literally, the first day I cooked for y'all, I made lasagna. Then after that, we made shrimp fried rice and egg rolls. Then after that, we made African food or Sudanese food. And then today, we're making vegan patties. So none of this has been about me, you guys, because if it was up to me, I'd be eating salads because really I don't need to be eating all this bread, but you know, it's okay to indulge in this every now and then. But I'm still trying to get my summer body from this summer, so like, I think I got like 3 more weeks left.
I'm running out of time.
Tell me about it.
What do they say? What are we working on right now? What do you mean by that? Like, musically, what are we doing? Or what I'm doing
Like, do
right
we have
now?
jobs? Like, just kidding.
Musically, we're working on Shrimp for Life.
You said,
I said musically, we're working on Shrimp for Life, right? Shrimp's new album.
oh, okay. I know that's gonna be fire.
This beat, I'm just making.
I'm trying to move as fast as I can, guys, here to keep all the food warm while I serve it for everybody. So where's everybody from, like city and state? I'm just curious to know, like, where y'all from?
Council King said he's from Texas.
What part of Texas? I'm gonna try to do this like assembly style real quick so I can feed everybody. I really encourage all y'all to try to make the sauce at home the next time you decide to make like a chicken patty or a hamburger. It's so good. You can't go wrong with it.
Willie, what it do? Peanut, what up, boy?
Do we have any international folks?
Said any national what?
International audience members? Or it's probably like 4 in the morning on the other side of the world right now.
Yeah, they trying to get your attention. Dalia.
I know. I got a timer, y'all. Don't worry. We keep timers around here because, like, I'm always multi-cooking, so I always set my timer so I can be reminded. But thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. By the time I get done topping these burgers, they'll be done. I've never topped this many burgers in one time, y'all, but I'm doing it.
they asked the fries almost done.
What?
I said they asked the fries almost done.
Yeah. I know y'all like, these fries are taking forever. But that's the thing, when you bake fries, like, they take a long time. And if they even had like a little bit of water in them, they would take even longer. That's why I had to like dry off all the water like that.
What's my best placement? Man, those are weird questions to ask, because it's like,
What are they
everyone is
asking?
good. They ask me what's my best placement. Everyone's good, because at the end of the day, it's exposure and we getting paid, but I guess you can ask for my favorite song. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough question. My best placement. A lot of people like that Nicki Minaj song I was talking about, Pink Print, I Lied. It's the second song in the album. What does a placement mean? So placement is like, I make beats. So my goal is to get something on the album, a big entertainer or up and coming entertainer. Placement is just getting something on somebody's album. And it's definitely an industry term.
There you go. Here's Scooly. I want you to try these fries so you can let them know.
What you season with?
Just salt, pepper, and a little oil.
They're hot.
Yes, fresh out.
Salt, pepper, and some love.
You said what?
They said you made it with salt, pepper, and some love.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We had so much fun with you guys. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and tune back next week. We are gonna have more chefs. I won't be back for like another 2 weeks, but I'll see you guys soon. Have a great evening. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Peace. That one felt long.